Hello again and welcome back to my channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Prop Up and Co, and on to our Sunday championship for our VW Scirocco's, and round 9, penultimate round. We are here, one more round to go after this, the final round, and we are at a new venue, not only for the game but for the Ultimate Racing League. First time that our championship has had racing here in the Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi. 3.2 mile anti-clockwise, 16 corners. It's approximately 19 miles east of the centre of Abu Dhabi itself, and they made history hosting the first Formula One night race during the 2009 Grand Prix. Estimated cost to build was around $1 billion, so a lot of money obviously in this part of the world. Holds around 50,000 spectators as well, so a vast venue and a beautiful venue as well, especially at night time. Hopefully we'll see a little bit of that as the race goes on. We've got 22 laps here on this Enduro, and well, fair play, we've got 10 drivers out there that did make it. Obviously with everything going on around these parts of the world at the moment, there was some doubts whether the race was going to go ahead or not. The organisers decided to crack on. Spectators obviously are here, so I'm going to just quickly run through just a few of the points. I'm conscious of the time that we have on these long videos. So at the top, we've got 80 on 266 points. Second is Pablo on 231. Tiddy Milk in third place on 207. And then fourth is Love Rocket Rods on 188. So the top four are very close. Into the top three are certainly very close. But I think 80 probably got enough to at the moment to certainly have one hand on that trophy, but Pablo and Tiddy are not going to give up. So that's it then. Let's get on with this race before we waste any more time, and let's take you through that grid. So we have got Tiddy Milk on pole position. We've got Rick Dubb in second. We've got 80 in third, Hodgie in fourth, Pablo in fifth, Colesberg in sixth, Ginger in seventh, DB eighth, Smith in ninth, and Firepower in 10th. Right, let's go. Watch those lights. As soon as they're out, we'll be off. Oh, really long hold there, but they are finally away, going down into turn one for the first time. Now, quite a difficult corner to get that right, but all through there okay. Oh, DB got well out there. I think he just had made a little bit of contact, side to side contact. There was nothing in it, but just got knocked out, well out into the grass there. And I think possibly it was Ginger. Maybe he seemed to have slowed down at that point, so maybe I didn't actually see the contact. But he's down now in 10th place. But at the front, there's a battle on here between Rick and Tiddy Milk, and then closely followed them is Pablo and Hodgie. But these three now, as they come down this long straight here at Yas Marina into the chicane, Tiddy Milk with a dive up the inside. Rick, oh, and that was Pablo having a look as well, but he just had to back off because Rick was covering that inside. Hodgie there as well in fifth, but it's 80 at the moment who's got the lead, our championship leader as well, followed by Rick in second, Tiddy in third, Pablo fourth, Hodgie fifth. Then we've got Colesberg and Smith in seventh. Colesberg and Smith side by side, coming down now into turn 9, which is Master Corner. Colesberg round the outside, tighter line for Smith, and run it out onto that curbing. Use all of it. Now, it's been well publicised before this race and throughout the group that track limits, well, there aren't really any track limits, as we see 80 fight with Rick and Hodgie up to third now, and there's a bit of coming together as they go through the hotel section under the bridge, and to come to the end of this first lap. Still 80 leads it from Hodgie now second, using all that runoff there as they now hit it. Oh, and Pablo, and this is really messy. Pablo's gone way out, loses a couple of spots there and back to fifth place. This is really untidy at the minute. Cars going everywhere at the moment. Hodgie's got himself to second, and Tiddy and Rick fighting for this third place. Tiddy up the inside of Rick on those medium tyres, Rick on the softs. But yeah, there was some debate on track limits here, and how you can actually abuse them if you really wanted to. But obviously, we're not promoting that here at the Ultimate Racing League, so it's all, we're hoping that the drivers will behave themselves. I mean, we'll be able to see if we can pick up anyone who's taking advantage. I don't think there will be people. There's been a lot of chat and messaging about it prior, just saying, look, calm it down. We need to respect the track limits, even though they're even set on high. They are still pretty lenient here. So far, so good. There's going to be some contact, of course. It's just this is how the nature of the track is. But as we see, Tiddy up the inside of Rick at the chicane again. Gets it done this time, so up to third place goes Tiddy. Now is chasing down Hodgie Nade. So it's a wonderful track, great track. I love it. One of my favourites actually, and it is, as I say, relatively new to the calendar. First time on the Ultimate Racing League's calendar. It's a great addition, in my opinion, in any car. Really, it's just sorts of stuff going in that final technical sector with the fast stuff at the start of the circuit. So we still see them all battling hard here. Aid, Hodgie, Tiddy, still then Rick, then Carlsberg in fifth ahead of Pablo as he has a little look through. He can get that done. Smith and DB in 7th and 8th place, but there's Pablo now trying to chase down, but look at Rick up ahead, looking at Tiddy through turn. What turn was that? That's turn 15. I'm losing my bearings here. So didn't get it done. Slots in behind. Hodgie though chasing down Aid for the lead here as they hit turn 1. Spectators out in force. It's Rick again. I think Carlsberg has now got through to 4th place. Rick to 5th now. So Rick going backwards at the moment on those soft tyres as well. So he's on those. He just can't get through, can he? You can see he's got the pace and he's trying every which way but loose to try and get past, but just cannot get through. There's always another Scirocco in front of him or blocking his way somehow. This is just going to lose him a bit of time with the guys ahead of him now. He's going to try and get in the slip of Carlsberg as they come along this mile-long straight. It's going to be hard on the brakes into turn 6 and 7. Out the other side, but still behind Carlsberg is Rick. There's Pablo in the background as well. And that's Hodgie. It's Hodgie closing in on AD, looks like it. And he's knocking out them fastest sectors as well, is Hodgie. Now soft tyres for these boys. Tiddy as well. Oh, he's on the medium, so Tiddy actually on the medium tyres doing well in 3rd place. Then we've got soft for Carlsberg and soft for Rick. So Tiddy is on the mediums, all the other guys around him. The other 4 are all on soft tyres. Pablo, what's he on? He's on softs as well, so he's doing really well at the moment, Tiddy, to keep with him on those medium tyres. I mean, there's not a great deal of difference between the medium and the soft, really, and, because they've been fighting so hard, it doesn't really make even less difference, really. But you see him coming through the final corner 16 and along across the start of finish. So AD is leading it. The fastest lap at 2:05.6 as well. So start lap 4. This pit lane is an unusual pit lane as well. Goes up and it goes in, very tight entry into pit lane, and then it goes under the track and then just comes out the top of the hill where you're seeing here to the left, as we see Rick having another go. But there's Tiddy or Carlsberg having a go at Tiddy. But tried the outside line, did Carlsberg, but shut the door, did Tiddy, and now he's falling back into the clutches. So now the medium tyres not quite got it as they are along this pace. The exit of turn 5, hairpin coming up at the north of the circuit. There's Carlsberg finally gets it done is going to be on the inside as they turn right through that second part of the chicane. So Colesberg then up to third place now. What's he got for Adi and Hodgie? There's a little bit of a gap he's got to close to get close to him at the moment, and with Tiddy right behind him and Rick and Pablo, really, they're all still very close behind. So these 6 in their own little battle as Rick again attacks Tiddy, but Tiddy not having any of it. Now you can't really go through here. Not really a passing opportunity in all that first part anyway. There was an opportunity through under the hotel here at turn 13, 14. But stay as they are. Rick, oh, and there was a push from Rick, and he's taken Tiddy, who's not Colesberg, he's actually given Tiddy a place there, but that's unusual. Because Rick actually hit Tiddy, but yeah, Tiddy slowed down, or was he? Because he couldn't get it going after that. Now Tiddy surely he's going to have a go back, but really I think Rick maybe should have gave the place back there, from what I see anyway. Can't go back because of the time restraints, but I have got that wrong, so apologies if I have, but sure I see a touch there, but Colesberg running it wide. Tiddy all the way back down to 6th after that. Colesberg and Pablo got himself up through. Oh, Pablo just running it a bit wide there. Again, I think just got it a little bit wrong on the brakes as Tiddy's going to have a go, and there's a bit of coming together, but he's going to slot in behind Pablo now in 5th place. Colesberg's dropped to 6th, but Rick's off and he's in 3rd place now, and I think Tiddy might be trying to chase Rick down here. Pablo, is he going to have a go on the brakes? Oh, I think he might. He is. You can't. Well, it's all closing right up through here. Very difficult, very tight. You just got to take it easy. Keep your stations through there. You really can't go to a side unless you're comfortable doing that. But when you've got 4 cars going in there all at once, it's not going to happen, is it? So Rick leading this group here then. We've got Aidan Hodgie still in 1st, 2nd. They come round turns 10 and 11 and into 12. Now you have to start braking literally for turn 12. You have to actually start braking just as you come through turn 11. Such a tight hairpin corner is 12, but before you hit the hotel, that if you don't, you're just going to miss it completely. But these boys, there's Rick Tiddy now, he's got himself through to 4th, so he's got past Pablo, and I think he's going for Rick here after that coming together. At this point, last time out, sorts of barriers and markers getting kicked about here on turn 1. It's a lovely, beautiful day here in Abu Dhabi today. Crowds are out, as I say, it's a full capacity crowd, and they're loving the entertainment. Been here all day, watched the entire Racing League programme, all the way from top to bottom leagues, so GR3s and GR4s. Now watching the delights of these Scirocco's coming through now into the chicane 6 and 7 again, and it just looks like ahead of them it's Rick in 3rd, but ahead of them there's Hodgie somewhere. There he is, and he's felt right back. Ada's really pulled a gap on him now, so Ada's well out in front. Got another fastest lap of 2:05.5 now as Ada, but Hodgie still there in 2nd, but he's just starting to maybe fall back into the clutches of this lot. Now soft tyres obviously not going to last that long around here. It's going to be tyres before fuel, I would I would say. And I'm not really sure, what are we now, lap 6? Maybe you'll get quite a few maybe out of here. I'm not going to say what, because I don't know, but some of these guys are pretty good at saving their tyres. So really can't predict what these guys do. So start of lap 7, it's Aid in first, Hodgie in second, Rick there in third, then Tiddy Milk in fourth. We've got Pablo fifth, Colesberg in 6th place. Then DB, quite some way back. It's only just coming through turn 1 now in 7th place. Smith in 8th, Ginger in 9th, Firepower in 10th. This is the back of the race here, but still having their own little private race, these three. So still looking pretty good. Let's just see if Firepower, as they go down here, too far back, he gets half a second. So there you go. So he did pick up a penalty. I think he just ran a little bit wide. Turn 3. Just took a little bit too much of the limits there, but as I say, it's pretty lenient around here, so he must have gone pretty far out to have got that truth. But Ginger now having a go at Smith up at the chicane. Oh, and there's several stabs of the brake from Ginger. You see the front of his car dipping down a couple of times there. I'm not sure if he really wanted to go for that in the end. Maybe not far enough up, and he just decided against it. So Smith then in 8th place. Another opportunity here for Ginger, maybe. Down into turn 9. Oh, it's closed right in. Firepower just being left behind a little bit. It's a great corner, this one. Just need to feed the power in as you get the curb in on the outside. Through 9, you can attack turn 10. We have our first stopper, and that's Hodgie. So Hodgie's in. So he's coming in off those soft tyres. So he's only managed, 7 laps actually. Start of 8. Aid is obviously staying out for another one, our leader. But we've got Rick up to second now, and actually he's got our fastest lap off of Aid now, 2:05.3. So a couple of attempts quicker from Rick, and then Tiddy in third place with that penalty. So these guys are pushing the limit, clearly. I mean, it's quite... in our race, I don't think anyone got any penalties, not actually on track. I think one or two of them might have got a pit lane penalty for crossing the line, but I don't actually think anybody got, although you can't see the cars around you, obviously, but I'm sure many people got penalties during the race. So these guys are obviously just pushing a little bit further into the limits here in the Scirocco's. Tiddy Milk then, here's the penalty zone. Probably ain't going to make too much difference. Pablo will obviously gain on him, but not close enough to make any kind of move. It's a stunning hotel in the background now, as I say. Hopefully it will, the light will fade and we'll see this venue in all its glory under the lights. At the moment it's looking great, but under the lights it looks absolutely spectacular. So we'll wait and see. We are getting to the end of the day. Obviously, I appreciate a lot of racing being done here today with all the spectators watched, and we are coming to the final couple of championships now. These spectators to watch as Colesberg's in. So, as I say, full day of racing here. Now, there's one of the places you can pick up a penalty, but he didn't go out far enough then, Pablo, at turn 1, but you can on the exit of turn 1 if you go right out and use all of the runoff. Of course, all this runoff's there designed for the F1 cars, because obviously this is the final race of the F1 season, and so they have to have these big runoffs that you see around the majority of this circuit, obviously because of the Formula One cars that are out there. But it still doesn't mean that you can abuse them. So it's all kind of spread out now, settled down quite a lot here. Let's just go back to the battle at the back, because that battle is still going on between Smith, Ginger and Firepower. In fact, Colesberg's been dragged into it, isn't he? So I think Firepower's actually, he must have gone in, I think, because he's some way back now. He's just exited pit lane, I think, now. But so he's back down in 10th. But Colesberg is now, he was up, remember, he was up fighting with the, up in the top 5, wasn't he? At the start of this race. He's now dropping back into Smith and Ginger's territory. So we could be on for a bit of a battle here. What's Colesberg and tyre-wise? Yeah, well, he's on the hard tyre, so that's why. So yeah, I thought I seen him come in, actually. He was on the soft, wasn't he? So he's come in, he's on the hard tyres, and that's why he's as close as he is, because obviously these guys have stayed out both on the medium tyres, so that would be that. So there's no issue with Colesberg in the sense of anything mechanical going on. It's just where he's come out, and he's going to be vulnerable on those hard tyres as well. But now our leader, or was our leader, 80 is in. So 80's in now to pit lane, and that will take Rick up to the front of this race. Into the lead he goes on the soft tyres. So 10, starting 10 laps now on those tyres. Fuel's not an issue, so you can get quite a few, can't you, out of these soft tyres. Remember, all 3 compounds have got to be used though, so 3 on the hard tyres. So whatever way you look at it, you can run as long as you like, as long as you calculate enough to allow for the other compounds. But these guys are on lap 10 and they haven't been in yet. So Rick in first, Tiddy now to second, Pablo, there he is in third place. Then 80 has come out in fourth after his stop, out on those hard tyres. That means he's going to be running the mediums for the final stint. So from first to fourth, the guys have just gone through the chicane ahead of him, the top 3. So remember, they've all got to come in. So he's still in a good position, his aide, going into this 10th lap. DB Hodgie, who's down to 6th place, but he's been in, obviously, come out on those medium tyres. He looked quite pacey, didn't he, on those soft tyres? Looked like he quite enjoys it round here. So Hodgie now eyeing up 5th place off of DB. It looks like he's not going to be too long before he has a little go, and maybe through that narrower line as DB a little bit wider. And there you go, the move's on. Now, did he get it done? He did, Hodgie, or did he? I think he's going to be right there, is he? No, he's not. And DB, that's Hodgie on the switchback through to 12. He does finally get it done, Hodgie. So DB back to 6th, Hodgie to 5th place, both on the medium tyres. Hodgie's slightly newer mediums, which is probably why he's managed to do what he just done around the outside there. So DB to 6th place. Now we've only got the 10 drivers. We're missing quite a few now. I know one of them, Bandit, we're missing. I can't think who else we haven't got here today, but certainly Bandit is one that is not here. I say it was a bit touch and go as to whether this race was even going to go ahead. So full credit to the drivers who have, the teams that have managed to get themselves out here. They were planning on maybe putting the race into a different venue, so taking it out of this area, putting it somewhere else, but I think that opportunity then was just a bit late in the day to arrange something and get another venue on the cards, so they had to stick with it. as much as they could. Well, just as well really, because as I say, they wanted to miss this this venue, especially first time out as well. So TD then we're watching in second place. There's our leader Rick now. Let's see, will he be in? I mean, doesn't really need to. He's probably got at least another lap on those tyres, if not a couple. What are we on? We're sort of halfway through the race now. It depends, doesn't it? You may as well stick on them. It depends how they feel. Very difficult to see from where we're sitting, but at the moment it doesn't look. Yeah, it looks like he's starting to the right, so he is diving in after 11 laps. Then behind them lines. So our leader's in now. Does Tiddy follow him in? No. So Tiddy's going for another one, but then he's on the medium, so he would. So Tiddy's going to be our leader then, and up to first place he goes. Pablo's in as well. So both Rick and Pablo, the same strategy. That is going to put AD up to second place, I would imagine. Where is he? There he is, coming round the final corner now. And into second he'll go. At least he should go. He's into second. No, he's not, because they're getting changed. So he's up to third now. Rick's come out. Now Rick's just exiting pit lane now. Watch those lines there, Rick. And I think he is going to come out ahead of AD. And yeah, he has by quite some distance. So Rick has only just lost that one place, but Tiddy's still got to come in as well. Colesberg's in again on the whole tyres. So now he's going in for his final stint. Colesberg on the medium tyre. So he's going to go quite a long way on those medium tyres. That final stint. So Rick then has come out on the mediums, with AD behind him in third, being chased down by Hodgie in fourth. AD's on those hard tyres now. Hodgie, we know, is on the mediums. In theory, Hodgie should be better through the corners, and it does look like it compared with the hard tyres now. Shouldn't be too much trouble to get past AD. AD's going to just stay right to the left, out of the way of Hodgie. Hodgie should get it done down here at turn 9. But maybe not. Does he do the switchback? He's going to have that slightly tighter line, isn't he, Hodgie? Now you apply the power at this point all the way through the next corner. Just go. Now lift. Not yet, sorry. Now he's got to start a brake at this point. Way before turn 12 to get it stopped, and then through Hotel corner, which is 13 and 14, and then down into 15 and 16. So now Tiddy is in from the lead off those medium tyres. Where's Rick? Rick's going to take the lead again. So there he is. So Rick is back up to first place then. Sun is just starting to come out again. It just went a little bit with a cloud cover, didn't it, for a few laps there, but Sun's beating down again. A bit of shame if we can't see this place under the lights, but we'll have to wait and see. AD is coming, so he's done his short stint on this hard tyres. DB's in, Ginger's in as well. Pablo there in fourth, Hodgie third, Pablo fourth. So quite a few of them have decided to come now. And, AD's going to be out on those medium compound tyres. So we see Pablo going down into turn 5 at the north hairpin. It's AD in the background just going through that corner as well. So Pablo, what's he got ahead of him? Well, he's got Hodgie and Tiddy. Close. Tiddy with 3 seconds now. That is a pit lane penalty. So whether that was on entry or exit, either way, he's going to lose a lot of time to Hodgie, and he will lose second place as well, because Hodgie is gone past just like that and into second place. Hard on the brakes down into turn 9. Beautiful turn that, really hugged that inside curb. And out the other side. So into second goes Hodgie. Rick, our leader, in first place, still holding that 2:05.3 as the fastest lap. And we'll go on board with let's go on board with Hodgie as he gets chased down by Chidi. As he just comes into the final corner, you need to attack those bollards. Look at Chidi right up his rear end, as you can see him. He's on the left-hand mirror there, or you can see him in the rear-view mirror, in fact. But gonna have a go. Is he gonna have a go? And here one looks like he's having an attack now. He does. There you go. And Tidi's through to second. Hodgie see him coming, give him some space. Now this will be a good view to see exactly how much of the track you can use. So you can pull yourself right out there. That's quite a long way out from Tiddy. It'll be okay, I think, but you are right on the limits of track limits there. And then tight here at the north hairpin at turn 5. Now along this massive mile-long straight, see the planes coming in. Obviously the local airport just close by as well, and just see the size of this venue just in this shot. Now hit the curb in and hard on the brakes here at the 100-metre board, taking it right close to that inside curb. Just a little spurt of power, cut that little corner there, and that's Tiddy using it all out there, well wide from Tiddy. Now that could be a penalty. As lenient as they come, that might well be a little bit too much for him. Let's see. And now let's see, there you go. There's an example of exactly how far you can go out without getting a penalty. Under normal circumstances, that would have been, any other track would have been a penalty well there for Tiddy, but didn't get one. And that's, I mean, he didn't do that on purpose. He just ran it a little bit wide on exit, so he's not trying to take the advantage here. He's just got that little bit wrong, but you can see what the discussions were about prior to this race with the drivers. She's just struggling to keep with Tiddy now, but this is coming to the end of the lap now, coming into that final corner again, and over the line to start lap 15. So Tiddy then, and we see him in front of Hodgie, didn't we? He's got himself up there on those soft tyres. That would be white. He's looked like he's getting away from Hodgie. Pablo's in, and he's had his hard tyre stint. He's done that, completed. Oh, now again, Tiddy taking a lot of that inside curb and a lot of that outside curb, so he really is pushing this car. Maybe trying to make up a bit of time from the 3 seconds that he lost, but just got to be a little bit careful. Stewards might be on the on it. It was part of the discussions as well, the fact that people will do it, but they don't want to do it all the time, and they certainly don't want to be doing it on purpose just to try and gain themselves some time. So I think stewards will be watching that, as well as any of the obvious incidents and reports that are coming in, but I think they'll also be just checking anything for any kind of obvious track limits. I think we'll be okay. I haven't seen anything too bad here, but obviously I'm not one of the stewards, am I? So Rick is who's the leader now on those medium tyres. I think it's probably it now. I think he's right the way to the end. We've got what will be 7 laps left. Comes to complete this one, just coming through the final couple of corners here. And actually, I've just realised that Love Rocket Rods isn't here either. He's in 4th place, isn't he? So Love Rocket Rods, how could I forget him? He's not here tonight. So there's another one of our drivers that would normally be here. So Rick then, lap 16. Tiddy in second, just coming over now, and gets the fastest lap at 2:05.1. Now we know that he was, was using a bit of track, but maybe that helped him get that fastest lap. But I don't think there was anything too excessive, if I'm honest. So he's got that 2:05.1 then for Tiddy. Hodgie in third. Remember, Hodge came into this championship late, so he'll be well pleased if he can finish where he is now, and he's got a nice gap back then to Aid, who was obviously leading this race at the start. He has been in twice though, and he has got his final tyre selection on, the mediums. Just going into turn 9 now, and sorry, turn 5 even, and he's going to be seeing what he can do about the 3 ahead of him, but they're quite some way. I mean, they're coming through the chicane now. He's halfway along this straight, going up towards it, so that is the gap. Now, I think they've all still got to come in. Not 100% sure. I'll be honest, it's difficult to see everyone who's coming in and who isn't. So I'll take it that them 3 ahead of him have got to come in at the moment, but might be wrong that. So AD will, if that is the case, may well know this, in which case he will just run his lines, just make sure he don't make too many mistakes. And he should be up there on the podium. That's what he's hoping. So he's in 4th. Then we've got Pablo in 5th place. He's been in and out on the medium tyres, so he's a little bit on his own now in 5th. So he's got a little bit of work to do as well if he wants to get himself on the podium. DB in 6th. Not a bad little showing this for DB, but he's got Colesberg right up his back here, and Colesberg's going to have a little go through the hotel section now, through 13 and 14. DB's on the hard tyres, yeah, and Colesberg on the medium, so Colesberg's going to certainly have a go. Look at that for a move. Into 15, and wow, and DB, he's dived in, so DB's in from 7th place, Colesberg's up to 6th place. So DB has had enough of them hard tyres. Colesberg with a big gap behind him now, because both DB and Ginger are in. Then Smith in 9th place. Now, does he come in? No, he's not. He's staying to the left, sliding it round the final corner onto lap 18. Sorry, 17. Firepower in 10th there. Hasn't really got going in this race, has he? Firepower. Very wide there. Just got that wrong. That final corner did Firepower. Very shallow line, very narrow into turn 1 as well. So clearly he's pushing hard. Getting through turn 4 down into 5. So lap 17 then, and our lead up is Rick. Five more laps to complete. Our leader Rick has got quite a nice lead then off of 2nd place Tiddy. Hodge is in from 3rd place, so this will probably get AD up into the podium place, and we know that he's used all his lifelines in terms of stops, so he's up to 3rd now, so he can he's championship leader as we know, so getting himself to 3rd place is going to certainly help his cause, and will edge him closer to the title. But of course Tiddy is also up there, and he's still in with a shout, and crucially ahead of AD at this point. Pretty sure he's still got to come in for one more stop, Tiddy. And again, using all that outside curb. See him do this before. Tiddy using a lot of the external circuit. There's AD in third. Then we've got Hodgie. He's actually come out in fourth place, so not too bad. Just off the podium, and he's still got AD in his sights, but Pablo not far behind him either in fifth. So these are all obviously on their final stint now. Hodgie on the hard tyres though, with Pablo on the medium, so maybe a little bit. I'll be under a bit of pressure soon, maybe. Hodgie from Pablo. This guy's obviously just put enough fuel in to see him to the end. Hopefully no one will run out. We haven't seen it yet in this championship, I don't think so, but there's always a first. But coming to the end of it, penultimate round now. We've got another new venue as well for our final round. Don't miss us. We've got to visit Canada at the Gilles Villeneuve circuit. Another interesting track, that one. But that's for next time, and that's for the final round. So be sure not to miss that one and see who gets crowned the GR4 Scirocco Sunday champion. So Rick then in first place. Looking good, looking comfortable. Ahead of Tiddy in second. And Rick, really from the outset, looked like he was really on it. He was battling hard at the start, all sorts of pushing and shoving going on at the start of the race, all close racing, all clean but close, and got through that, got himself up into the lead, and well, this is where he is now. So, barring any disasters or fueling issues, I would imagine he should see it to the end now. He's going to have three more laps to run at the end of this lap, just coming through the final couple of corners now. And coming into the closing stage. Oh, he is in. So actually, Rick, he might not get the victory here. Oh, nearly got to be careful not to run it to those lines. Now, what about Tiddy? Yeah, he's following, so this could be it. This is it then. AD, our championship leader, and Tiddy is pushing it, and he could well get another 3-second penalty, you know. And he has, because I think it just come up red. Well, watch out. I think Tiddy's just got another 3-second penalty. That'd be the second one he's had here. But AD then, he's coming through. Where is he? Coming into the final corner now, into 16 to start lap 20, and also to take the lead of the race. So he's back where he was, where I think he feels he belongs, although Rick has come out, so maybe not. So Rick has, yes he has, he's come out ahead of A. So Rick, so that's that was me jumping to conclusions. So it is Rick who's got out on those hard tyres though. Tiddy's even come out in front of Aid, so actually it all as it was, it's just closed back in again. So AD now very close to the back of Tiddy on those medium tyres, but both Tiddy and Rick are on the hards now to the end. So what can AD do? This is the opportunity. He's still got plenty of grip on those medium tyres, so no reason why he hasn't got the pace to get himself up to the top here with 2 and a bit laps left. There's Pablo in the background, Hodgie in the background. There's Colesberg, who I've got to say thanks to as well. Sorry, left it a bit too late to say thanks, but thanks for the replay for Colesberg. So AD then, he's chasing down Tiddy for second place. But our leader Rick still looking okay, coming through turn 9 now. Going into final couple of corners, and we've 2 more laps to go after this. He's looking okay, he's looking pretty good. There's Tiddy in second, being closed down by 80 in third place, Pablo in fourth, fifth for Hodgie, Colesberg in sixth place, DB in seventh. Then we've got Ginger in eighth, good showing from Ginger this one. Smith in ninth, Firepower down there in 10th place. Actually, I don't think Tiddy did get that 3-second penalty, so looked like he was going to get it. I thought he did, because I thought he'd come up with a red counter on there, which normally means it's a penalty of some kind, but unless he has taken it and I missed it, but maybe, because it does look like AD has caught up a little bit, but I think that's just through being on the medium tyres against the hards. Actually, I didn't actually see 3 seconds above Tiddy, so I'm not sure he did get that penalty. But medium tyres now just about coming into play. He should get himself right up behind Tiddy by the time he reaches the chicane at the end of this straight. But we know the slipstream's rubbish. Doesn't really work that effectively. Just better on the brakes for AD here through the chicane, and he's going to have a go. Oh, now there was a little attempt now. I'm not sure. Well, I don't think there was a gap there. AD went to try and go for it, and then thought he might have just left it until maybe just a bit slower through there, Tiddy, on those tyres. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it wasn't actually an attempt. Perhaps it was just the fact that Tiddy couldn't get it turned quite as well as AD on those medium tyres. It's still second and third, but AD now all over the back, and half a second for Tiddy's not going to help, and AD's going to do the switch back. And then into 12 they go. Yeah, runs wide, does Tiddy, but he's going to still have the inside. No, had to just back off. I knew AD was had a bit more pace, so was never going to live with him at that point. So Tiddy then in third, and Pablo, he's coming in, isn't he? He's coming strong here on those medium tyres, and now Tiddy might be vulnerable to Pablo as well as they about to start the final lap here at Yas Marina. Circuit located in Yas Island, as I say, just east of the centre of Abu Dhabi. We're on the final lap now. Maybe not quite enough for Pablo to get the guys ahead, but Tiddy is still fighting with AD, but he has got half a second, so he's still got to take that off, but he's certainly still pushing it hard on those tyres. But there's our leader right in front, up the other end of the straight. You can just about see him in the distance. Rick doesn't look like he's going to get the fastest lap. Looks like Tiddy's going to get that, but Rick, importantly, looks like he's going to get the victory as they come into the chicane for the last time. AD then will pick up second place points. And increase his tally at the top. We'll may as well stay with our leader now, Rick, as he heads towards turn 12 to 13 Hotel corner, down towards 15 and into the 16 final corner. Congratulations to Rick. He won't get that fastest lap, but he don't care. He's going to get the full points here. Congratulations to him. A great race from Rick. Well done. AD will pick up valuable second place points. Well done to AD. Good race in the end. Tiddy will just about hold off Pablo and will come in third place. So fourth for Pablo. All these guys up there in the top 3 and 4 of the championship are all still close, all still to play for. Hodgie in 5th, well done to him. Colesberg will come in 6th. Good result for Colesberg. Ginger in 7th. DB coming in 8th place. Smith in 9th, and then Firepower finished in 10th. Didn't get another lap in, but that's it then. That is your penultimate lap, penultimate round complete here in Abu Dhabi, and we, as I say, will be final round in Canada at our new venue as well, another one. So join me for that. I hope you enjoyed what you see here tonight. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and well, hope you'll join me again soon. Look at that view over the circuit, absolutely fantastic. Look at this, that is magnificent. With all the yachts there, you can see that's a sight to behold. So we come away from this facility then, and as I say, move on to Canada for the next round. So join me for that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.